Today on the Way of Ramen, we're taking this and turning it into this. This is Will It Ramen Flamin Hot Cheetos edition. And the answer to that is no, it is not ramen, but please watch this video anyway.
By far the most disgusting thing I have seen this week.
So for those unfamiliar with this series, I take wacky ingredients and try to see if I can use them to make ramen. Someone suggested Flamin Hot Cheetos, so that's what I'm doing today. It's been a while since I had these things and they're actually really good. So I thought maybe the spice might lend itself to a spicy miso ramen. So I'm just gonna get some Cheetos blended here into a powder, and then I'm gonna use that in as many things as I can. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some ramen noodles. I got some bread flour into a bowl and added a spoonful of Flamin Hot Cheeto dust. And now I don't really know how much moisture is in Cheetos, so this is not an exact science, but I shot for a 33% hydration noodle. But honestly, with all the humidity in the air, it's probably around a 37%. I thought Cheeto dust would make some nice speckles in the noodles, like if I were to add chili powder or some whole wheat. But it turns out the dye in the Cheetos leaks out when it gets wet. And it turns out to be that it's not a really nice color. It's more of a hot pink than a red. And when I rolled out the dough, it just turned into this hot pink streaks, and it's super unappetizing. But I cut them into noodles anyway and let them rest in the fridge overnight. So next I'm making the miso toddy for this bowl. My thinking was to swap in the Cheetos for any spice ingredients for the toddy. I started off with some sake in a small pan and I added 3 types of miso. And to that, after giving it a mix, I added some sesame seeds, some brown sugar, and the Cheeto dust. And the Cheeto dust instantly sucked up any moisture left in the miso and turned this into a stiff clump of miso, but it didn't taste too bad, so I let it cool and then I transferred it into a container to rest overnight. The next day I got a Dashi Stock going with some water, niboshi, and kombu. I let this heat up to just below a simmer for about 15 minutes and then I added some katsuobushi for some smoky fish flavor, and then I strained it all out. I learned from Ramen Kaonashi, another ramen YouTuber, that fish flavor matches really well with miso ramen, so I plan to use this to cut my soup for my miso ramen base. Next, I'm just gonna heat up some leftover tonkotsu soup from my EAK ramen video. This wasn't a super thick tonkotsu, which is actually good for miso ramen. I just got this heated up to a boil and then I turned on the heat and added some of the dashi stock to cut it. I gave it a taste and then set it on the side. So finally, to put it all together, I got some lard into a large pan and added some minced garlic and ginger to that, and gave a little stir, and once that was fragrant, I added some ground pork and more of the Cheeto dust, which was a huge mistake because it instantly just stuck to the bottom of the pan. I mean, I don't really know what I was expecting it to do here, but it looked like this, which was a nightmare. But anyways, bam, some carrots, bam, some onions, gonna give this a mixy mix and then add in my soup. And I'm just realizing this now that maybe if I'd used the chintan, this might have actually worked out, because what happened was the white color of the tonkotsu soup and the hot pink color from the Flamin Hot Cheetos created this awful pink, disgusting color for the meat and the soup, which the camera really didn't pick up, but it was bad. It was really, really bad. Anyways, I'm gonna add in my miso toddy here, hoping that it helps to improve the color of the soup. I started whisking it in, but the Cheeto dust either stuck on the pan or in the toddy itself was absorbing so much soup that I had to add in 50 mils more. And at this point, I really didn't want to eat this, but I gave it a taste and it actually tasted pretty good. Like, it tasted like a standard miso ramen. So I got the lid on to start getting my noodles ready. So here are my Cheetos noodles, and the pink dye had spread through the noodles even more and made them even more unappetizing. But I got them into some boiling water and cooked them for about a minute. And when they were cooked, I added them to the bowl and then I poured the soup over that. I added just a small amount of green onions as a topping, and that, my friends, is a bowl of Flamin Hot Cheetos spicy miso ramen, and it looked every bit as disgusting as it sounds. I really don't know what else to say about this bowl. I actually had really high hopes for it. Like I said, maybe it would have been better if I had used the chintan or if I just left the Cheetos out of the pan entirely, because honestly, taste-wise, it tasted pretty good. It tasted like a standard spicy miso ramen. But as far as appearance-wise, it was just completely repulsive and I couldn't eat it. It seriously looked like barf. But anyways, keep your suggestions coming in for future Will It Ramen videos, and when I feel up to it, I'll try another one. I'm not gonna make you watch any more of this footage, so you can instead watch some clips of our Discord server's first annual ramen cook-off. Congrats to Melt, who won the contest with his Tori Paitan Alagyo Kai ramen, which was made with chicken fingers and fish sticks with a sardine aroma oil. We have a less gross contest going on right now, so feel free to join our server and participate. It's free and I'll be giving a winner or winners some prizes. As always, you can find me on Instagram at Way of Ramen, and you can also listen to my podcast at anchor.fm/wayoframen. That's it for this video. Enjoy some of the clips from our ramen cook-off. Thank you guys all so much for the support. Thank you guys all for watching this video. Sorry about it, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully. Peace.
No, dude, what?
What?
I think I'm gonna be sick. Wrong oil.
Add in these chicken nuggets and fish fingers here and boil them until they're falling apart and the liquid is getting real nice and white. This is where we start to build our umami. The chicken provides our glutamines and the fish gives inositolic acid. So we're looking good here. Let's also add in our aromatics here. I'm using the help with emulsifying everything into your soup and really thickens it up for that mouthfeel.
Alright, you're laughing.
Get this all in the blender
No,
and
actually,
we'll put this aside
so.
and tuna water. Make sure to really squeeze that tuna to get all the water out. The sardine oil. Mushy peas. Creamed corn. And we'll finish up here today with some nice spring onions. And a little bit of finishing MSG. Hope you guys liked today's video and let me know how you guys go with this. I'm gonna peace out because this looks so delicious and I can't wait to tuck in. Itadakimasu!
My life force is hanging by a thread right